I think it's amazing. It's 9:30. I'm about to leave. I've been up for a little while and thinking about guys who've been incarcerated, which I was one of for a short amount of time. This is terrible. They're basically sitting in cells all day with nothing to do, or in the penitentiary, like some guys said they'd much rather be in the penitentiary. You have stuff to do, like walk the yard. We don't have stuff for these guys to do. That's a sin against itself. And I blame the politicians and I blame a bunch of guys that wear suits that basically benefit from guys being in jail. Jail should not be fun. Jail should not be something where we're talking about gelling and sitting back and having fun and calling your baby's mama or whomever to send you some money for commissary or getting jobs so you can basically afford to buy some soon-to-be expired chips and ramen noodles. It should be a place to work. We always talk about what we can't do. There are very few people that are going to tell us what we can do and what we should do. And basically making sure that these guys in jail are actually doing something instead of being on lockdown for 23 hours a day or walking the yard or sitting up in cells with TVs and this and that. We need to be out here working. And the thing is, I think it would be good for them. I talked to a lot of guys. A lot of guys would much rather that than sitting in a cell all day long or walking the yard and just hanging out, waiting to get stabbed in one way or another. We have to do something different because I said, not just the guys that are in there for doing bad stuff. They're obviously in there for a reason, but it's like I said, it's corporate America that is a part of that process. And a lot of these guys wearing suits, they're equally scum, in my opinion, because someone's profiting off of them and they're not being put to work. So all of a sudden they want to go back. And statistically, they hire a lot of very smart people to say, if you've been in jail once, you've been in jail twice, statistically, you're going to come back. And chances are it's the same crime. But no one wants to basically put guys to work and say, hey, you've been taking apart buildings, you've been doing road construction, you've been doing this, that, and that. Now you have a skill so you can go get a good job. No one wants to see that happen. Mostly these guys in these suits. Because why? All of a sudden, these are viable members of society, and they're no longer the trash and scum that can just be locked away. And basically, they'll still take their money for commissary and using tablets that don't work and all these other things. Think about it. We can house and clothe and feed quote unquote criminals, but people that are mentally ill, no. People that are homeless, no. It sucks to be them. School children that don't have meals, well, we can't afford that. But we can basically house, clothe, feed, and take good care of criminals. That's messed up. And it's bad that people are in that position, and it's bad that they stay in that position. But we have a society where there's nothing correctional about a correctional facility. So shame on everybody. We need to have a people's government. We need to reallocate funds. We need to basically make this work. If we don't, we're all doomed. And I hope people understand, whether you live in a big fancy house someplace or you're homeless, we're all kind of here together. And I think it's up to us to really look out for each other instead of just looking out for ourselves. That's all.